service and the most advanced solutions. Discover the difference that a committed and experienced waste management company can make. Niederhouse Refuse has been in business for over 100 years and is family owned and operated since 1921. Call Niederhouse Refuse at 402-475-8361 and visit their website at nbrefuselincoln.com to learn more or sign up for your service today.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
The 2024 Nebraska football season is here, and we need you to be a part of the Sea of Red Memorial Stadium this fall. A limited number of Husker football single-game tickets are on sale now and are only available while supplies last. Don't miss out on any of the action this season by getting yours before it's too late. To purchase your Husker football single-game tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Are you a veteran looking for a new companion animal? A dog, a cat, or maybe something else? The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Vets Get Pets program can cover up to $350 of your pet adoption fees. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov/vetsgetpets to learn more about program requirements and how to apply. Want to help support the program? Get your Vets Get Pets specialty license plates from the Nebraska DMV. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, a long one today.
All right, welcome to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. The fastest 2 hours on radio has begun. It's I, the black shirt, Terrell Farley, and I'm with
Buck.
And yeah, it's Monday morning here in Ticket Land, and it's overcast. Got a little rain last night. Still kind of cool out there for the players. Bach, how was your weekend, Bach?
Oh, not too bad. I had some fun once again going to the complex. If you haven't been, you should go out there. They had their first MMA fights, and so they had a couple professional fights, a couple amateur ones. I'm gonna be honest, the amateur MMA fights are really fun because
bloody.
You're not quite maybe to that professional level, and it's an all-out fight in there. So definitely had some fun at the complex. If you haven't been, check that out. I know they've got another boxing match coming up, but wonderful job of them putting that on, and yeah, had some fun doing that.
I know a lot of people waiting for the AP poll to come out today later on, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Matt Rule, press conference from this weekend. We got a new transfer. Well, not a transfer. Well, we picked up another commit.
Yeah.
We got him to flip. We're going to talk Iowa football.
Yee.
And yeah, and
Troubles down there.
We're going to hear a little something from Dion.
Yeah.
And I stumbled across this, Bach, and I wanted to show you this because this is amazing right here. This is the first ever AP poll, and it came out in 1956.
Was it 1936? I thought
1936.
Yeah, I thought
first. Yeah,
then.
week 1 college football rankings, 1936. Minnesota's number 1.
The mighty Golden Gophers.
Duke's number 2.
Well, of course.
Army number 3.
Yes.
Northwestern 4. Purdue 5.
Yeah, Big Ten West was pretty good back then. Tough competition.
USC, Notre Dame 7. 8 is Washington. 11 is Duquesne.
Duquesne, Duquesne, I think.
Duquesne, yeah, whatever. Yeah. They never know they had a football team.
Yeah.
St. Mary's is number 12. LSU is 13. Texas A&M is 14. Good old Nebraska is 15.
There we go.
Fordham is 16. Holy Cross is 17. Tulane is 18. SMU is 19. And Marquette is 20. 1936, Bob.
Yeah, they've been doing that AP poll for a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
I was just looking it up to see how Nebraska finished that year. So they were 5-0 in the Big Six at the time, 7-2 overall, and finished ninth. So they actually did better than even that preseason AP poll. So thanks to the final season, 8th and final season under Dana X Bible, which I'm sure people have heard before. But yeah, it's good to go back in time and see where all this started.
The coach?
Dana X Bible was his name.
Dana X?
Yep. Dana Bible. I mean, I don't know how much he went by X Bible, but Dana, that's his middle name. Dana and Dana Xenophon Bible. He should have just went by Xenophon. But yeah, I love the history stuff. You know, how much of it does it translate today? I'm not really sure. So he ended up leaving Nebraska in 1936, and he was at Texas from 1937 to 1946. Let's see if he did anything at Texas, because he was at Texas A&M before Nebraska. Had a 72-19-9 record there. Came to Nebraska. That final season I mentioned where they were 7-2 and 9th. That was the only season he was ranked.
So was Bear Bryant at Texas A&M?
I don't think quite yet. By the way, Bible did really well at Texas.
No, I was just saying, was
Bear Bryant?
Yeah, was he ever at Texas A&M?
Oh yeah. I'd have to go back and see.
So Texas A&M was a stomping ground for coaches back in
stepping stool.
Yeah, because I think Bear Bryant coached there before he went to Alabama.
I think you're right.
You know, I seen a movie of it or something, but you know, it's crazy how the number one team is Minnesota.
Yeah.
Back then, you know, Minnesota's nowhere to be found in that top of the group now.
Yeah. So Bear coached from 1954 to 1957 at Texas A&M. But yeah, Minnesota football was a powerhouse back then. That's why, you know, we still kind of have those talks of, can you lose your blue blood? Because Minnesota at one time, and I think it was the 30s, I think they were the most dominant team in the 30s. I got to go back and look how many championships they had. At some point it fell off, but yeah, and I think they did. I think they lost their blue blood status. You can't do nothing for 80 years.
They were stripping of their blue blood.
But it was cool when I went to there. So, you know, the first game last year, Matt Rule's first game, we decided to make the trip, as many of us did, up to Minneapolis. And I just love anywhere I go, any stadium, and I love touring stadiums or going to opposing stadiums. And of course, you did this as a player, I'm sure less, you know, looking up, but it's just cool to see all those championships. I don't care how old they are and how much would, you know, we're the best athletes out there in the country at the time. Probably not, but you know, whatever it's worth, that's an NCAA ran, and Minnesota won some titles.
Did you see the trophies?
I did not. I didn't go back and look at the trophies.
Oh, okay. Is they stadium like Nebraska? Do you get to walk through it? Like I think Nebraska is probably the stadium, the only one I've been in and watched a real football game. Like I haven't been to another place to watch. Yeah, Colorado, I was outside.
Yeah,
wasn't paying $2,000-$3,000 to watch that. So you know, but I've never been in another place to watch a football game.
You should do it. It is.
I might have to go to Iowa somewhere.
Yeah, I was like a 5-hour drive. It's not bad.
Some trip. I'll fly, Buck. I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid of the bird. I'm always ready.
I scouted the bye weeks because I try to make an annual trip somewhere to watch another college football game, and I might be going to Iowa City to watch Washington and Iowa. Another game in the bye week that's within driving distance is Missouri and Oklahoma in the SEC, which does, you know, doesn't mess that messes with my brain. Yeah, in our Nebraska gear, I think.
Yeah, no. We're gonna wear our ticket gear.
Ticket gear.
Yeah, we're not wearing Nebraska gear. No.
We got two rivals.
That's gonna be a good one though.
Yeah, that will, and that's why I'm thinking about Washington and Iowa, because those Missouri Oklahoma ticket prices are a little higher.
How far to Missouri?
I'd have to look it up. I think it's like 5.5, 6 hours.
Okay, because I know St. Joe ain't but 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
So we can get us a little rental. We don't need a rental box. We'll just drive one of our vehicles.
That's right. You know, and then, you know, there's always options. Like you said, if you want to use an airplane, we can go a lot of different options outside the Midwest.
5 hours out. Yeah.
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 There and back. It's not too bad.
Yeah, 5 hours. Yeah, we can make it, Bach.
Let me see how far it is.
I drive 2.5. You drive 2.
That's right. Split it up.
Yeah. Or I drive 2 hours and 45 minutes. You drive 2 hours and 45 minutes. We have to split it up by the mile, though, Bach.
So it is 5 hours. Yeah, that's
5 hours. That's not bad, Bach. I'll take the first 2.
Go through Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll make the swap at Kansas City.
Yeah. Something I was thinking of this other place in Canada, something Junction. But
oh yeah. I don't know.
Who knows?
By the way, I did look up Minnesota too. They claimed 7 national titles. And in the 30s, they had 1934, 1935, and 1936. They also claimed 1940, 1941, as well as 1904. Of course, who could forget that team? And 1960.
1904.
Yeah.
I don't even think they had helmets then, did they, Bob?
Well, you got to remember, this is a sport that didn't play 1 versus 2 until 1998. Like, they took that long, with their bowl systems or pre-bowl. That's why the claim titles is funny, because different publications or whatever would hand out different titles. So you have all these split titles before then. So, as much as I complain about the playoffs and modern college football and where it's gone compared to where it used to be, I'll always have a special place in my heart. At least we'll have 1 champion.
Yeah, at least they have something.
Yeah.
All right, Bach, let's start the show. Bach, we're going to go to break, man. And when we come back, we're going to listen to a little Matt Rule and get things started today, Bach. Let's do that right quick.
Let's do that.
All right. The fastest 2 hours in radio has begun. The Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The Link Grill, Draft, and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at thelnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats. Dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people. Small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers. Strike three, you're out! Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All righty, welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. We're on 1040 O Street, and it is I, the black shirt, and I'm with
Buck,
and I'm with
the boss
man, big boss man here. All right, Buck, we're gonna jump right into it, man. Let's hear some Nebraska football. You got me winded for running back. I had to ask Jake a question, but let's hear it.
All right, Matt Rule did speak over the weekend in this audio courtesy of Huskers.com. Plenty to kind of get to here, lots of fun, but as well, you know, I should say we should start with the quarterback because that's where most people want to hear from. How was quarterback play in practice?
There was a couple turnovers in areas that I would not like to see them, you know, but I thought other than that, you know, the ball was moved, the passes were thrown and caught. You know, I was happy with it. It's not the level it's going to be. I think the biggest thing I'm looking for from the quarterbacks is just honestly the difference is who, you know, between the great ones and the average ones, in my opinion, just my humble opinion, is what things look like when things are going wrong. You know, like who they are when things are going wrong. And if you're a true freshman quarterback, you know, if you're Danny or Dylan or you haven't had a lot of things go wrong yet. You know what I mean? Like, and so trying to I'm sorry, guys, I'm tired. Trying to give them exposure, trying to expose them, to strenuous situations to see how they respond. And they're doing a good job responding to it, you know. But you know, it's gonna be a fire out there when you're the quarterback, right? You know, Heinrich's used to the fire, and he's felt the fire, right? You know, so can you handle the fire? And you know, I don't mean to preach up here, but like that's the whole key to young people becoming men or women. You know, it's like, you know, you got out in the real world, you start to go through fire, you start to go through adversity. So our ability to handle adversity and play that to me is the biggest thing right now. No one where to go with the ball. Our guys are good with that. We're going to make some mistakes. We'll play right through them. but it's just the other pieces.
Sounds like a quarterback battle to me. No, you expect your freshman quarterbacks to go through that. You got to put them in situations where they're under pressure, they're under fire. You got to make quick decisions, and you got to make them right away. So you're gonna get those turnovers at the beginning. You probably still got another week of camp before next week. You want to, in the middle of the week, you want to start getting ready for UTEP. But right now, you're just doing the basic stuff to still get them caught up and trying to work their mechanics out and trying to focus on the receivers where the route's gonna be, not just looking at the receivers run. You don't want to telepath it too much because that's what a lot of Double H did last year. So and like Coach Rule said, this guy has been under pressure, so he knows what it feels like. But he still has to go through the pressure of with his new mechanics he got. So it's best to keep putting it all on three of them. But like I said, I don't know who's going to win this race. I know Dylan Raiola is probably going to end up winning it, but it sounds like Double H will get a little quarterback time to me.
Yeah, I would ask Farley if you want there to be a competition, or is there time for a competition? Because it seems to me like if you're 2 weeks out, are you starting the season with Harburg, or are you starting with Dylan, Coach? Because if it's Dylan, hey man, he need reps.
Yeah, Dylan
he need reps. Like if it's a competition, cool. But you know what you had, and you know what you got. Now you're trying to get ready. So what do you want? I'll ask the text line. Do you want Raiola to get more reps so he's prepared for UTEP? Or are you telling me legitimately that there is a competition, a fair 50-50 ball between Harburg and Raiola? And if there is, okay, you just compete until you don't need to compete anymore for it, and then you start to prepare for UTEP. Because UTEP's coming. It's 2 weeks. And if you want, in some cases, coaches will use game one, that week 0 game, to figure out who their guy is. Let's see what we have. And that's why, but you also have scrimmages to find out what you have. And I would imagine, and you can color me wrong if you think and disagree if you want, but I'm not sure Raiola could be bad enough to not be the starter against UTEP.
Yeah.
In these scrimmages, Raiola would have to throw up a 6-burger of interceptions, like a 6-pack before you went, maybe he's not ready. Otherwise, I think he's ready. And then you say, okay, I need to get him more ready. I need to get him more prepared. I need to go into those dark corners, right? Learning the verbiage. What do you want to say to people when there's chaos? Because Farley, at the first scrimmage, the last scrimmage before regular season, pretty much made his statement. They knew they had to develop some trust for him.
Oh yeah, and the thing about that, I believe that Riola's in the league comfortably. It depends how much though. I mean, is he over 20% better, or is he under 10% more? Ahead of him.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about that. And the other thing I want to know is, how good is my running game gonna be? I want to hear about the running game. I don't want to hear. We know Dylan can throw, and we've seen him in action. We know the receivers can catch. I just want to know, can we run the ball?
Oh yeah, that's going to be a big part of it, and we can get to the running backs here in a second. But yeah, I mean, I think it is also worth noting that 3 weeks out here, you would probably run a different offense. At least the plays that you rely on more with Harburg than it would be Raiola too. So that's kind of something you need to kind of separate there. And I know Harburg's trying to get more comfortable in the pocket, but make no mistake about it, his legs and his running game is a big part of who he is. And in fact, right now, between his running game and his passing game, it's the bigger part of who he is. And obviously that's not what you have in Dylan Raiola, but it's it's one of those things where everybody kind of has seen this happen. Like, it's a freshman quarterback. I get that, but can he be treated like just a freshman quarterback? I don't think so. I mean, because he's been brought in to a place to where he's the reason you're in the others receiving votes category. Okay, if you didn't make that move in the offseason, you wouldn't be.
Main reason.
Yeah, right. So, like, I get the competition part. Like you said, DP, if he absolutely stinks it up, you can't run with it. You're gonna have to do so. You're gonna have to go back to Harburg or somebody else. But outside of that, it would just be a shock. I think almost of us. I never bet the house, but
can you imagine?
Bet a big portion of it.
Can you both imagine Memorial Stadium? First play, offensive play. So opening kickoffs kicked into the end zone. And the offense takes the field. And Heinrich Harburg runs out on the field into the huddle.
Oh, man.
No. You're not.
Juicy.
Are you
Juicy.
right? Well, this is the thing. What?
I guess I'm gonna have to go to the first game.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go.
Right? Like, does that add air to the room? Does that take air out of the room? What does that do?
I think it takes your ceiling down a bit, right?
Right.
That's kind of the thought behind it.
Like, Farley, like, seriously, if you, I hope y'all are on the stream. I hope y'all are on the stream so you can see Farley's face.
That's like you see this thing on Facebook, and when everybody has the balloon and the one girl walks out,
in and pops it.
Yeah. It's like, bah.
Yeah.
It takes everything out of it.
Like, if we brought back red balloons, they would all be.
Yeah.
They would be.
Instead of release, they'll be popped.
They'd be.
I'm just saying.
And listen, if you said to me that it was purposeful, that you just really want to come out and totally light fire to the run game against UTEP and say, listen, we know our season depends on the offensive line play. We know so if, as a coach, I've been in those rooms where coaches go, you know what? We're going to come out and we're just, because we should be better than UTEP. We should be this much better than UTEP in the front line. If in any other situation, if you just said, we're going to come out and we're going to run the ball 20 times with Harburg and the group getting downhill and let the big boys eat, I would understand. I would understand.
I wouldn't.
I would understand.
Only thing I was saying, out of 10 plays, Nebraska runs 7 runs, and they find somebody in the end zone. Oh, you will find Thomas Fedoni from Dylan Riola in the end zone on a 20-yard post in.
Right? Fair.
So that's what I'm expecting.
If you came out and simply said that we need to show ourselves and the fans that our offensive line can dominate football games, and here's Exhibit 1A. It's us just grinding up UTEP. And if we're going to grind up UTEP, Harburg's a great choice. It's a great choice. There's nobody in the back 7 from UTEP who wants Harburg one-on-one in space. Not one of them. Not one. I understand. But I also understand that may not be why everybody showed up.
No. I see where you're going, but Harbaugh is he's my silent ghost. You know, he's gonna play a little, but when I really need him, like probably a play in Colorado, a series against Ohio State, a series against Illinois, a series against Rutgers, he's gonna be that guy where if Riola can't move this ball, I got to make an executive decision, Bob.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's come in at that he's that wildcat back.
Boy, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here if that's the case. Farley, we ain't gonna want to be here that Monday if.
But is there? I mean, do you see like you said, it could play out. They've just kind of got the passing game down. Nebraska needs to adjust. And it's a freshman quarterback. It's just the modern day and age kind of makes you change your thought here. Because I remember back to 2010 when Taylor Martinez was Heisman candidate after 5 games. He's running everywhere. They end up benching him against Texas because he just couldn't get anything going. It wasn't a season-long benching. It was, hey, nothing's going against Texas. Let's see if we can get this going. Before a guy kind of established himself, I suppose, or maybe you just feel like you could do it as a freshman. You can kind of rotate those guys out, perhaps. And I do envision there could be a point where Nebraska's
Sputtering.
depth at tackle starts to hurt them. They just can't get any time to pass the ball. And so maybe you have to get Harburg out there. Rule has said it over and over. They might, at some point might need more than two quarterbacks, more than one quarterback for sure to get through this season. I know a lot of people think that could be injury, but it also could be a deal where, they've kind of got your pocket passer and pocket passing offense nailed down for the day.
I can imagine in some cases, and it's kind of from the text line, the Taysom Hill discussion, that inside the red zone, some short yardage situations, Harburg's in, it's the package. You get him in, play fake. He can still throw to Fedoni off of it, but you're just forcing defenses to be uncomfortable with Harburg in the game in short yardage.
Because you have to have that. You got to have a guy stand by the defensive coordinator, and they get in there.
You got to go. Gotta go.
Sometimes if you don't get that feel on the field fast enough, guess what? That's 5 yards, and that's 5 yards we probably needed. Now I can see us once we cross the 50 and beyond. Now I will use him a lot more because the field gets shorter.
Yeah, again, Harburg, what he offers, there's a positive thing. And again, we wouldn't throw in the flag. Like, we wouldn't wave the flag if Harburg was quarterback one. We wouldn't. I don't think that would happen if it was Daniel Kalen. But I also know that there is a greater ceiling if it's Rail, because you get to add some things to the package that haven't existed in recent years.
Now, if Raiola do wins the job, how many snaps do you think Double H will get? I say 10 to 15.
I think ideal.
Against UTEP?
Well, I mean, against UTEP,
anybody.
Against UTEP, it'd be more because one, I expect Raiola to have him up by 4 scores. And for Raiola to come in late in the game and just eat the clock and work on the ground game. Like that makes perfect sense. That the final quarter and a half, Raiola's got a baseball cap on.
Oh, those are the days. We yearn for those days again.
Right. Like that's why I'm speaking it into existence.
Yes, please.
That what you want is a 35-0, 2 TDs, throwing, 1 running. Somebody's got it going on the ground enough to do that. A turnover, pick 6, scoop and score, some of that. You're right.
Hold on. We in Nebraska?
Right. Hey, man, I'm just going to call to it right now. And then Harburg comes in and gets his 2 TDs rushing because, quite frankly, in short yardage, they're just going to grind people to no end. I would ask you this, that what's ideal? How many points should be on the board against UTEP?
40?
To make people leave the building happy. What's the number? Because that's how you play call and prepare. Like, how many points? The mission is we should score 7 touchdowns. We should score 7 touchdowns. If we get 11 possessions, 7 of them should end in touchdown. I'll concede that 2 of the 7 might end up being field goals, but okay, you're still 41 points if that's the case.
Defense might score 1.
Defense should, right? Listen, if you tell me who the kick returner is and we get a kick return, I'm also not mad at that either. Right?
Long time now.
Right. But that should be the added. Hey, now it's a 50 burger instead of a 40 burger. But that's literally how you're processing to this point. If Raiola is QB1, then I need to get him work now to secure him for everything that I'm going to ask him to do against UTEP. Everything. Every situation, every audible situation, etc. If the battle is still legitimately open, then, we got another week and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Saturday is the day. I think last scrimmage is Saturday. Then you open up with the little, what they call it, UTEP week. The little, scout team here, scout team there.
Prep.
All right, the fastest 2 hours in radio has started. 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone here again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear your lot is packed with new and pre-owned cars again. I know everyone would love to hear all about it. Please tell us all about it.
Thanks, Charlie.
It's taken some time, but we have more than 150 new Hondas in stock right now with hundreds on the way, including over 30 new Ridgelines in stock right now. But we've been telling everyone now, Charlie, is it's really cool that someone can come in and look at a new Honda and drive away with it that day.
That's great. Like you said, it's taken a while, but now there are hundreds to choose from. How about pre-owned, Andy?
As always, Charlie, we have over 100 to choose from, all makes and models, with prices starting at under $10,000.
Well, maybe it's time. You come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority. Enjoy internet-crushing prices at the back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 12th through Saturday, August 17th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location info, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike 3, you're out.
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
The Link Grill, Draft, and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at thelnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
You're spending $300 a month. Binge drinking is the most common form of excessive drinking, which costs the United States more than $191 billion each year. By drinking less, you will save $300 a month. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
This is Bree Fansteel, local race car driver. Join me and James Rowland every Sunday at 7 p.m. for The Finish Line, where we discuss off-road, on-road, and sometimes next-to-the-road racing on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're 11 days, Bob, before the season starts, and that's not Nebraska football. That's just week 0, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking about some good games coming on week 0. Only one.
There's one good game.
Yeah, only one good game. But, hey, at least it's some football.
It's some football.
I don't watch that NFL preseason stuff, Bob, but they say Caleb Williams looked very good.
Yeah, you missed some stuff this preseason. Adrian drove a game-winning drive.
Why are you mad at preseason football?
I don't like preseason football.
It's football.
I know, but
it's football.
It's preseason is no-name football. I like the name.
No, you literally had 7 rookie quarterbacks showing out.
Yeah.
Bruh. And dudes who are going to play.
Yeah.
Dudes who are going to play. Jaden Daniels showed out. Caleb showed out. Even Stetson Bennett out here making big baller plays, breaking the hearts of Cowboy Nation.
27-year-old rookie? No, he's a second-year player
and
now.
bringing smiles to us all. Like, I fist bumped a Cowboys preseason loss.
Was that Saturday?
Sunday. It was Sunday. I giggled. That's so Dallas. That is spectacular.
You know how hard it is for me to stay up? Like, Saturdays are like a 4-nap day.
You do realize who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Like, I fully understand that you are a busy man.
Yeah.
And that you need to sleep. But, sir, it's football season.
I
will sleep during lacrosse season. I will sleep. I consumed all the football this week.
Speaking of lacrosse, guess what that's going to be?
What's that?
It's going to be in the next Olympics.
Better than breakdance.
Hey,
Ooh, that was a rough look.
Lacrosse, cricket, softball, baseball, and what the other one was, Bach, that I said?
I don't know.
It was another one that's being added to the 28 Olympics.
Here's the
Boxing
thing.
is out.
Well, yeah, that's tough. I don't understand but boxing's lost its luster. I would imagine that UFC dips its tentacles into this and having an international sort of amateur unsigned Olympic sort of deal as well. The representation, of course, there's some countries we know that would win, that dominate all the weight classes. First of all, 90%, 99% of the breakdancing was really good. 99% was really good. Just old girl came out there and just crapped on it.
And that's what went viral.
Where was she from?
She's from Australia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't know that about breakdancing.
Well, but the girl from Yugoslavia was a baller. She came out do-ragged out. She was like, and she put in work. China, Japan put in work. The American team, just that woman. Just be glad that the breakdown dancing competition was held in Paris. If she did that next year in LA, the next Olympics in LA, she wouldn't have made it out the building.
Dang, it was that.
She
bad?
wouldn't have made it.
I didn't see it, Bach. You gotta show it to me on the next break. I didn't see some bad dancing now,
It
but
basically looks like if I went out there and tried to do it.
Terrible. What Charles Barkley say? Terrible. It was horrible and insulting. It was bad. It's almost like it's like me getting out there trying to long jump at 62 years old. No, stop it. Like, stop it, bro. I know that you thought in my head that was going to end better. That's me pole vaulting at 62. It would. You imagine high jumping at your age, Farley?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Right. That you just would accept that that's not a thing.
5'5".
Hey, listen, if the bar's not on the ground, I'm not jumping it. I'm not jumping it. So yeah, I love the fact Caleb looked like what we thought. That making smart reads. He holds the ball. But he will outgrow that as the game speeds up or slows down for him. He will get quicker. But that's a young quarterback thing. watching some running backs get in work. There's some really good receivers playing around the league. And I just love the fact, like, for me, this is stretching of the hamstrings. That's what preseason football is. It's like, okay, like who's got my eyes? Watching Adrian Martinez make a bid and make a legitimate bid. What was he, 11 for 15?
Yeah, he had a good day.
Like, he had a good day, 2 scoring drives along that. He's in a battle. He's not going to beat out Tyrod Taylor, so he's fighting for the practice squad position. But he also is going to give himself a chance to make some money. Somebody else in the league will pick him up after his performance if he doesn't make the Jets.
He does seem to be kind of on that line of if injuries happen, and there were so many injuries last year in the NFL at the quarterback position. And again, it might not be that he'd be brought in to be the starter, but he does seem like a guy that at some point will be on a roster this year. Especially if he continues what he's doing now. Like you said, it might start on practice squad. But
averaged 12 yards a carry, running the ball, broke down two defenders to do it. Great outer third route, big throw, 40 yards plus, great dart down the middle and tough coverage. I was like, okay, AM3, we see you.
Don't make me jealous. I didn't watch any football.
We see you.
Yeah.
No,
He's
Farley.
doing a good job.
Farley, listen, it's that one, this will be an interesting year because I don't think it's going to play out the way anybody expects it to. I get the sneaky suspicion this is a come-up year for somebody. Like, just in all these young quarterbacks, look, Mahomes is still the guy. Lamar, I think the Ravens are dangerous because you gave them the big hammer. Mm-hmm. And I was having this debate with Jay. The fact that you gave Derrick Henry to Lamar Jackson. Farley is a linebacker. You got Lamar and Henry coming downhill and making you make choices.
That's a scary RPO. Ain't that what they call it?
Yep.
Like,
right.
If he take it, you're sorry. And if he pull it and you got contained, you're mad sorry.
Yeah, right. Because there's a video downtown, and there's a defensive coordinator reading this, and he's just going,
you know what? You just gave me a team to play with in Madden.
Yeah. He's sitting there, he's going, and then Lamar came down the line, and then I thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get fired. If he keeps this ball, so I told him, take Lamar, and then they took Lamar, and then he gave it to Derrick Henry, and then everybody quit. They literally just quit. The defense just quit and got out of the way, and I went, yep, sounds about right.
I saw Lamar. I think he's losing some weight. He didn't like the weight that he played at last year because he wasn't quite as fast. Still was, tell that to anybody on defense, but yeah, he wasn't quite as fast as he was in his first couple of years. So that's what he's going to be working on. It's also his second, seriously, this is Derrick Henry's second Heisman backfield. Of course, he paired with Marcus Mariota. I think this one will be a little more dangerous.
The same.
Yeah, a little more dangerous.
Yeah, not the same, bro.
One of those is an NFL two-time MVP. Yeah. Well, the other is not.
One of them is a backup. Still in the league, though.
Still, hey, get your money, boo. Yeah. But no.
All right.
The touchline's good. So, yeah, Earthquake said flag football is coming to the Olympics. Absolutely. Yeah. Men's and women's.
And squash, whatever they call it. Cricket.
Yeah.
Cricket, squash.
Do they play cricket in
Flag
America?
football.
Flag football makes sense.
Softball.
Baseball and softball should have never left.
Hopefully, flag football, you get some NFL players because the 3-on-3 NBA thing didn't really, or the NBA wasn't really associated with it.
I would be fine if you did flag football and Chad Ochocinco and T.O. was out there.
Get some older guys.
I think I'm gonna try.
Farley playing out there. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna try.
You can play combo.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. And then guess what? I can report live from the ticket in 2028 at the Olympics in LA. All right, we'll be right back for the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike three, you're out.
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
Old School with DP and J.
Can Nebraska have a player-led locker room in year 2 under Matt Rule?
I think it could be in year 2. I always say this: we had great captains every year I was here, but I always say some of our best leaders weren't necessarily our captains. So I think when you have that, that's a player-led team. So it doesn't matter how old the quarterback is.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
and Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right. Welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. We are on 1040 O Street, and it's a great Monday. What we call it, Get It Off Your Chest Monday, Bach. We're going to listen to some more Matt Rule, break down the scrimmage, and we're going to talk some more college football. We're going to talk some more NFL. We're going to talk about my birthday week. And my birthday is Friday. DP, look like you already had a present for me. I'll just wait for him to come on in. But, you know. All right, Bach, let's hit it, Bach.
All right, the AP poll just came out. So at the top of the hour, so this is brand spanking new. Here we go. The AP poll. And of course, we know the coaches poll came out. Nebraska did receive 2 votes, I believe, in that one. In this one, Nebraska received 16 top 25 votes. So they are in the other receiving votes category, and they do come in if you go that far. And this isn't frustrating math. They're 34th as far as the total amount of points that they got. So they're tied for 34th to start the season, at least in the AP. As we go through the top 25, Georgia is number 1, Ohio State number 2, Oregon is number 3. As far as first place votes go, Georgia had 46, Ohio State had 15, and Oregon had 1. From there, no first place votes, but Texas is number 4, Alabama number 5, Ole Miss number 6, Notre Dame number 7, Penn State number 8, 1 ahead of Michigan, who's at number 9, and Florida State at number 10. 11 through 20 goes Missouri, Utah, LSU, Clemson, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Okie State, Kansas State, Miami, and Texas A&M. Rounding out the top 25 is Arizona, Kansas, USC, North Carolina State, and despite a poor performance in this last Saturday scrimmage, Iowa is at number 25. You're looking for Nebraska's competition just outside the top 25. It goes Louisville, Virginia Tech, Boise State, SMU, Iowa State, Liberty, Washington, West Virginia, Memphis, and then Nebraska. Memphis and Nebraska tied with 16 votes. Nebraska 1 vote ahead of Wisconsin, so take that, Badgers, despite not having beaten them in 10, 12 years. UTSA, Tulane, App State, Kentucky, Auburn, and Colorado gets 1 vote. And we learned this week that's not from Sean Keeler or Vic Lombardi. But
and there's several different rankings, and one of these, one that ESPN had, Wisconsin had 17 votes, Nebraska had 2. So it depends on the group where you're getting your vote you're voting from, and then the question becomes what opponents on the schedule appear in the rankings? What opponents in the Husker schedule? Because that would tell you almost 201 whether they would be favored or not in those games, and the level of improvement that would be required for Nebraska to have the kind of season they want. I still think, if you went up and down the schedule based on this, that Wisconsin's a 50-50 ball, depending on how the rest of the season goes. Same for Wisconsin, even though you haven't beaten them normally. You have your one-off for Iowa, not so much for Wisconsin. Above that, there's some teams that would be perennial favorites against Nebraska. And then in that first 6 games, how many of those teams, and the Colorado game being a 50-50 ball? Is that a fair assessment that Colorado would be a 50-50 ball? We don't really know. We hope you're better than Nebraska, than Colorado, but you're not sure.
Didn't look like it last year.
Right? I mean, again, recent facts, and it wasn't close. They were pretty dominant second half against Nebraska last year. So opportunity for Nebraska. Again, Dylan. Am I wrong in saying that, and somebody from Carolina actually said this to me, that Dylan Roll appears to be, when they talk about wins against replacement, that he's probably plus 2.7 to plus 3.4 win over whoever quarterback 1B is for Nebraska. And the difference between Nebraska being a 5-win team and an 8-win team might be Dylan Raiola. Is that fair, or is that a reach?
Well, I think that's what the feeling is coming off of last year, is that if they had a Dylan Raiola or an equivalent to Dylan Raiola, or even who knows if Harburg would have stayed healthy a little bit, because he was certainly different early in the season than he was later in the season. You got to remember, Harburg won 5 games as a starter last year for Nebraska, so he can win some games for you. But yeah, I mean, that's my feeling, and that's why we talked about it earlier. That's why Nebraska's in these others receiving votes categories, because there is a hope there, and there's a major hope. And it's a tough position to be in for Nebraska, because for years, obviously, you want to feel like the program is above that. You're not going to put all your marbles in one basket, but the program hasn't been above that. And so you just situationally, you get the guy that you don't normally get. It is what it is. And I do agree. I think and that's the deal. And that's what I've been saying too, is if Raiola goes down, how different is your team from last year? And it is different. There's more depth, I think. But
when we say there's more depth, what do we mean?
Receivers
better than
last year.
But you have one receiver. Banks is the only difference.
Well, looking at
and Kemp came in. Remember, Kemp was the 75 catch guy.
Yeah, he had numbers too.
Well, he was the 75 catch guy when he got here.
I mean, it's an upgrade from last year at that receiver position, because you got guys that's Jalen Lord, who's coming back for his second year, who's hopefully got a lot better.
We hope he's better.
I think
I hope he's better.
Malachi,
you said you hope.
Yeah, I hope
he's better.
Malachi Coleman. Hope he's done with his injuries. Hope he's better. Alex Bullock.
Have you seen them better so far?
Yeah.
One thing that will help.
Well, I seen the new guys look better than what we did last year.
Okay.
Just by looking at, I mean, if you looked at the guy from Texas,
Nair.
Yep. You seen him in person. And what does he look like?
Let me say this about him. There are a lot of dudes who look.
But
they win the underwear Olympics, but can't bust a grape. Can't bust a grape.
Nobody's in that. Nobody's in that category.
Look, we've done this dance before.
We have, but this guy is more different.
Okay,
it's more different. Because first of all,
I'm not gonna squish your grapes, Farley.
I'm just saying.
If you tell me that is the offensive line better than it was last year?
It should be.
You just lost.
Well, he wasn't a starter though last year.
Prohaska was still the best lineman.
I mean, he was in and out. He was in and out.
Was he not the best offensive lineman on the roster last year?
I don't think so.
Okay. And you're saying the line is better without him?
Not saying without him, but you still have to play football.
I just don't think they're better without Prohaska.
Prohaska, it's tough. That's a tough call too, because he was recovering from injury last year.
Right. Like, I don't think you're better
Prohaska last year.
Having the body and having that thing that you can rely on that's been here in the program for three plus question mark years. Better to have him than not have him. You still are dealing with injury within the offensive line. There are other Lutovsky's not fully healthy, fully engaged. Like, there's all sorts of questions.
Where's Mazuka at? What is he, a guard?
Yeah, playing at guard, again, in this system for Coach Raiola and what you're asking for, if he's left guard 1A, okay, but match that to the guy that was your captain last year, Ethan Piper. So you're putting there has to be lead to the pencil as well. That we can say that in theory it looks good. We don't know that it's better. That's the thing about right now. The projection would be this team could win 8 games, and I think the plus minus is Raiola. I would hope that if Raiola is that, he will make whoever's running the ball better, whoever we throw the ball better to. One, you get more routes in the tree that you can run, more combinations you can run, because the throws can actually be delivered. Like, we actually think that they can be delivered.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this offense, everything's an upgrade. Everything. Receivers are upgrade, backs are upgrade, quarterback is an upgrade. O-line.
I agree with you. I'm kind of in the middle between both of you, where like I think that on paper there's a lot of stuff that looks good, and as far as depth, and I think that it should be an upgrade, but a lot of it still is unproven. Is the wide receiver unit, I think, is going to have better numbers, because how could they not with a passing game that has a heartbeat? But then the other thing too is you got to be fair to last year and what happened there, which was just injuries left and right. It was awful. So wide receiver and running back, we think we can take those hits this year. But my goodness, hopefully it doesn't happen again where you start losing your starters. 2 guys in 1 week, or your starters. IDC. We mentioned all these guys that hopefully are coming back, but So I think that there's an expected improvement, but I think it all is basically built around Dylan Raiola. If Dylan Raiola is not in that in the offense, not playing well, or is injured, then I think you pretty much are back to where you were last year.
Yeah, so this is the full range, right? A texture says DP's not only drinking the Kool-Aid, he's drinking the lean. Right? That here's the thing. All of those things can be considered and true. All of them can be considered and not true. We don't know. That's why we're in preseason camp and we're waiting to get more information. It's good to hear Coach Rule talk about it, but when Coach Rule tells you that, listen, we're making some mistakes that I would hope at this point we're not making anymore, which means 2 things. 1, some folks haven't fully developed, and 2, that a standard is being set of what's acceptable and what's not. I love the fact that he's setting a standard and going, you know what? This isn't good enough. We aren't good enough right now. And I also love the fact that he didn't say who it was. He said we. And holding full accountability and having folks be accountable as a group that we got to do better sounds different than it sounded in previous years. And I'm a big fan.
Let's get to some more Matt Rule audio. Asked about the running back play earlier, Terrell. Let me see if I can find it now. How is the running back doing? Once again, this audio is courtesy of Huskers.com. From over the weekend, Matt Rule spoke after Saturday's practice. So here is Matt Rule now on the running backs.
I like the whole group. I think Dante, maybe if Dante was lagging a little bit in the spring, I think he's starting to catch his wind, and he's doing better now. I think it's great to have Ramir and Gabe out there. They're really, really, attacking. Emmett's having a really good camp. So, the big challenge for me, obviously when you play running back, we need guys who protect the football. We need guys who protect. You'd like them to be able to catch. And while you say it seems obvious they have to have rush skills, the difference between where we were early last year, between where we want to be this year, is that 4-yard run that maybe we make a nice cut and we get 8 on. We need to get 80. We need guys who can make somebody miss and have juice and are electric and take off. So that challenge versus, our defense, they're swarming, you're protecting the ball a lot, but also finding the guys who can make guys miss. And I see them all working at it. So I'd say that's a tight race, and it'll all play itself out.
Oh, my. Now, when he says it like that, that lets me know when we go out to the transfer portal and we get a guy from Oregon, he's supposed to come in here and do what?
Take it to the house.
Take it. No, take that position. Nothing against Emmett Johnson. Nothing against him. I would like to have both of them. But I think Dardell is coming into his groove. Like Matt Rule said, he's getting that rust off him from spring. But, he's that back that we're looking for. He's that back that, instead of taking 4, take 8, take 80. We got to have them type of backs around here. We haven't had that in a long time here, and that's one thing we've been missing at Nebraska is that scat back. A lot of people don't know what a scat back is. You got your power back, you got your scat back, you got in a regular running back. We need a guy to come out the backfield catching, and I'm glad Matt Rule said that. He said this is a tight race, not one guy, a tight race. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
Well, to say that we're still having the discussion over being able to get guys. Running back room is this: get what you're supposed to, get extra if you can, and finish the run.
And hold on to the ball.
Right? Like it's like if I can get to that, first of all, you're not calling a run play where you don't have an advantage at the line of scrimmage to get you 3 yards, turn it into 4 with a positive lean, we've done the job. Go back to the huddle, reload. Because if we do that 3 times, it's first down. We keep the ball. We get more. But if I get the 4 and I'm one-on-one with a linebacker and my ability to either make him miss or finish him turns it into 8. And that's usually one-on-one play. That's just being better than your defender. And then, hey, I'm then one-on-one with a safety or a cornerback. Can I finish him? Now, it's much easier if his name's not Terrell Farley. But most against UTEP, I don't think they're going to have a Farley back there that's going to keep me from banging my head on the goalpost. I need to take it to the house. I need to take it to the house. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't know who's going to be RB1A against UTEP. I think UTEP will be the grand audition. And everybody will get a chance to make your statement. And that's how it's been done in the past. That's how it's been done in Nebraska in the past. Week 1 is the grand audition. Yeah, folks are making their bids to be considered, but there'll be 5 running backs who have a chance to be RB1A. UTEP will dictate a lot of that.
Yeah, and of course it'll play out throughout the season. I mean, we've seen guys have big early year, early season games and maybe not in the season as the running back. Like you said, Terrell, I think a lot of that's just going to come down to what Matt Rule's talking about, ball security in a tight race where there's not much difference between 1 through 4. You better believe that holding on to the ball is going to make a difference in playing time. All right, let's get into a couple other updates. I know people are kind of thinking about that offensive line and what's going on there. Matt Rule with an update here on Turner Corcoran.
He was cleared to practice today, so he practiced, but I didn't scrimmage him. Full disclosure. I just was like, he hasn't done anything most of the week. Why put him out there today? So we'll start him up again on Monday. So he should be good to go. And I think he's really, really important piece. He's guy started a lot of football. You go back a couple of years, he's blocking those great DNs from Michigan and blocking them well in pass pro. So we were excited about him last year. And he's worked hard to get back. So yeah, he'll be an important piece along with Gunner and Gatula and Grant Seagren and all the other guys that we have repping over there.
And quickly, here is a little bit more on Gunner and Grant.
Gunner's done a good job. Gunner's excellent in the run game. It's just the confidence in the pass rush game. And I say confidence in the pass rush game, not ability. I had them pull his measurements. He's 6'6", 300 plus with 33-inch arms and 81 wingspan. I mean, those are the things you're looking for. If that guy was in the portal, we'd all be scrambling for him. So he's played against good players for a year now, year and a half, really. So it's time for him to go. And I've seen good. I'm anxious to see this tape, because it's hard to see what the left tackle's doing in the middle of practice. But I'm anxious to see what he did today. And then Grant's a good player. I've talked about him, early on. I think he's big. He's got really long arms. He's athletic. He's really, really smart. I mean, he's in the rake school, So both those guys, I think, give us a lot of depth behind Turner.
Sounds good to me, Bob.
Well, it was interesting that he said, depth behind Turner. I was wondering if there would be a race with Turner and Gunnar Gotula, but it sounds like they're pretty much at this point already focused on Turner Corcoran, who has a lot more experience. Obviously, Gunnar just a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some moving pieces. There's a little bit of if this, then that going on. Can he handle left tackle? If he can, what that allows you to do. If he can't, if it makes you weaker across the spot. Like, if you have 4 spots settled and you lose the 5th spot, you don't want to risk making the entire 5 weaker by moving people around.
Yeah.
Sometimes just replacing the one spot is the easiest, simplest way to maintain. And then I'll just go run heavy right side because I'm not sure who my left tackle is going to be. Maybe you move him. But are we thrilled, comfortable with the idea and concept of Turner Corcoran being the left tackle? Does that do enough for you, Bach?
I mean, it's been an up and down career. He's started a lot of at tackle. You expect, as you get to a senior, that it would be your best year. As far as like the hype of him coming out of high school, do I think he'll ever be that player that people want? This is it. This is the time. You have to do it. But no, I mean, I feel kind of bad for him because I think that he's had so much trouble at tackle that I kind of like to see him more at guard. But Nebraska's just had their own troubles. getting guys that can play tackle. And so if he's your best option, you have to go with him. And I think that at this point in his career, I think you're pretty solid with him against UTEP. I think you feel pretty good against, some of the lower competition, but against Ohio State, against the athletes at USC, the Iowa defense, that's where I'm going to be, especially looking, on that side of the line. And especially, like we said, I think all this depth that we've talked about that's been loaded up at running back and wide receiver and on the offensive line, there's still a few positions, and they happen to be the most important ones, quarterback and tackle, that really, if you have an injury, it can go sideways. And Nebraska, before you snap of the ball, has an injury there. So it's interesting. Again, it's nothing new for Nebraska, I suppose, because they've been doing it with Bryce, and certainly Ben Hart has gotten better over his career. But again, it goes from that kind of ceiling, the ceiling talk of where this offense could be if they have everybody and everybody plays well, compared to the injuries that happen and where they happen. Again, at tackle, so again, am I good at it? I'm good against UTEP. I'm good against UTEP.
All right, well.
All right, we got a few more quotes here. I wanted to get to this one because I'm pretty excited about Princewell Umanmielen. I think he could be a guy that comes along, maybe leads Nebraska in sacks one of these years. Here is what Matt Rule had to say about how he is developing.
Yeah, Princewell's career will be defined by his process, like his taking care of his body, his preparing, his work ethic in terms of how he practices and how hard he plays. The talent is everywhere, and he's a great, great, great young man. Loyal, family guy. It's just last year you're a freshman, you have some success, some streaky success, you get some awards. Your second year now you got to do it every day. Like now you got to do every rep, right? And that's where guys make the jump. That's where you see guys like Jamari and them, like they're consistent every day. It might not be perfect every day, but they're consistent. So I think it's just those things from Princewell. Him and MJ, and then Willis McGahee, Maverick Noonan. We have a really good jack room. Like those guys, you could play with multiple jacks. And they're all kind of figuring out who they are as pass rushers. Like Princewell is a completely different pass rusher than MJ, and they're really bought into that. But I think Princewell's one of those guys. When you look at the team, like, hey, to have a great year, a guy like him has to come on. A guy like him has to be like a difference maker for us. And for me, it all starts with just what his process is.
Well, I think it's just a point to get on the field more. He in and out last year a lot. MJ Sherman is not a true real jack in that defense. He's a linebacker, but sometimes you have to go to a position just in order to play to get on the field. So, but I think he's young enough to keep growing at that position he's at. I mean, he's still kind of learning. You still playing the learning role. It just takes a lot of game experience.
Yeah, I'm looking at, again, depth in numbers, not necessarily in quality, but in numbers, that relative people who have had experience playing. And you feel comfortable in the fact that, listen, there's certain things that I'm not going to have to explain again. And it's a big part of coaching and a big part of development is knowing that. I think the real key would be to look at UTEP and what they're going through and who they're replacing. And they've got some numbers for people that they will have to replace. Their depth will come into play, and it'll matter. It'll matter to have quarterbacks come in who has experience, but may not have full ownership of the position. That is the thing to look at, because just UTEP has some bodies. Nebraska's numbers defensively, they're too deep. We know the names.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, can we get any of them to excel? More importantly, let's get all of them to excel.
Take it out, Bob.
All right, you're listening to The Captain here on 93.7 The Ticket. We got more Matt Rule audio from over the weekend. Also can get into some of the Deion Sanders stuff and trouble at the quarterback position in Iowa City. Still, not once again, still. Here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be back after this.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Play ball! Tired of the same old routine? Then bring your crew out to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. Enjoy action-packed home games all week long from May through August. It's the perfect change-up to the typical family night or makes for a home run outing with friends and coworkers. Experience the magic and get in on the excitement. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets now. Unleash the fun.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
The 2024 Nebraska football season is here, and we need you to be a part of the Sea of Red Memorial Stadium this fall. A limited number of Husker football single-game tickets are on sale now and are only available while supplies last. Don't miss out on any of the action this season by getting yours before it's too late. To purchase your Husker football single-game tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket
every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Told you I don't like that song, Bob. Never play that again.
I don't know why you hate the song so much.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show. We are powered
by
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Brent. Excavated. Shout out to Big Slim and the boys out there. Bach, you know what position I want to hear. Give it to me.
All right, let's go with Matt Rule. Again, courtesy of Huskers.com from over the weekend, talking about what the linebacker rotation will look like.
Yeah, I would just be happy if we had three. I like rotating three. If you have four, great. I think the wild card last year was Mackay. Mackay would go in and play Jack some games. He could play Mike and Will. So, you look at it now between Mackay, Bullock, and Javen. We have three guys that we can put out there and play, and we know we can play. And then Steph Thompson's played in this defense a lot. Just him continuing to ascend in terms of his ruggedness. He's got a great feel for the game. And then you have the next group of guys. V9. He's a dynamic young player. All right, so he's a guy that I don't foresee much use for redshirting unless he needs to. Genatone, Gage Stenger's had a good camp. So Dylan Rogers, there's a lot of guys there. So, but if we have three, I'll be happy, right? Three. If it goes to, four, so be it. And you have to remember a lot of things last year. We had Nick with the knee coming off the knee, so there was a lot more rotation because of things like that, right? There was weeks where his knee didn't feel great. You had Luke, who got sick in the middle of the year, got an infection, was out. So typically I'd be fine playing two. I'd love to play three. And if we have four, then great. So I think we're trending towards at least three, hopefully four.
I like it. More playing time for the linebackers. I hate coming off the field. And it hurts when you rotate a lot, because me and Jay used to complain a lot when we played together because
shocker.
Yeah, not really a shocker, but it'll be a shocker when me and Jay come out the game and, hey, you got 4 tackles. I'd be like, hey, you got 3. And we started the game. So, but that's what you get for playing on a great defense. Now come to these guys right here. And when you talk about Bullock and Javen and Kabir, those are 3 great linebackers. I mean, all these guys excelled last year. Now you want to see them in the game a lot more instead of rotation. And I think Bullock and probably Javen are those 2 we might see in the game a lot. Javen came into his a lot last year. I wish I could have worked with him a little bit this year, but I think he's probably the X factor right there at that linebacker group. He's a big kid. Bullock got a lot of playing experience last year. Those 2 guys should be the main 2 guys.
Yeah, in most circumstances, you go, okay, how you like the fact that they got experience and they're coming back, so you do have kind of a baseline for what you expect from them. Javen's a playmaker, a difficult fit. If you're an offensive coordinator trying to figure out how to maneuver around Javen, he's a factor in the middle of the defense. Then telling me, can you big boy football up the middle? Do you have 2 full on run stoppers in the middle at linebacker?
You asking me?
Uh-huh.
Probably 1.
Who's the one?
Javen.
Do you want Javen to be your cork? Do you want him to be your run stop?
Yeah, I want him to be that cork.
You sure you don't want him to be the playmaker?
Well, he got to be both. I mean, you as a linebacker, you got to be able to field and you got to be able to tackle.
There's one Terrell Farley.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys.
But I had a Jay Foreman.
Right.
So
is there a Jay Foreman on this team?
No.
Right. Like, you understand that's kind of my point. Is, are they good enough? Yes. Are they great? I'm not sure I want to give them great yet. I trust Tony White, and I trust the work that the young people put in. But it's a different style because facing Oregon and its track team, and facing UCLA and its maulers, and then facing Ohio State and Michigan, that, well, we haven't quite frankly had answers for them. We didn't really have answers for Northwestern and Colorado.
Well, we're faster than what we was last year, especially at linebacker. I can guarantee
It's the same.
you that.
It's the same people.
Yeah, but
they're not faster if it's the same people.
Well, they played timid last year because they didn't know what was going on. That's
if
one
they
thing.
will play faster,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I can get behind that.
Yeah,
that I love the fact that you have names and numbers that you can kind of roll the dice on any given day, play and get it right. This is an attack defense. This is not a reactionary defense.
Yeah.
So, yes, you have numbers. Do you have the quality that you want? And that's going to be the question against UTEP. That's why I said run stop against UTEP has to be dominant. Dominant. Like, you're going to tell me a lot about how the season is going to go by whether you can power run the football against UTEP and stop UTEP in the power run game. If you do those two things, we can really start to get excited about Nebraska football, because those are two things that will determine, one, toughness, run fit on either side of the ball, right? That you're able to be in the right place at the right time and play fast. If Nebraska defensively is playing fast and getting to the run stop, to the run fits, we'll be fine. If not, it's going to be a question.
Well, when you say that, I don't see us facing a running attack team probably the week 5 or 6. So because Colorado doesn't have a run game. UTEP shouldn't have a run game against us.
Sure.
Northern Iowa.
But they're returning. You talk about what you're returning. They're returning their 3 of their top 4 running backs too.
Yeah.
And those are Texas runners. Those we're not talking about, Northern Iowa. We're talking about getting 3 running backs that were all state caliber running backs when they were in high school.
Who, for UTEP?
For UTEP.
Yeah, but their offensive lineman probably is not that good.
People will say that about Nebraska.
On it's hard. UTEP's a new program, so it's hard.
Yeah, you're talking about a team who.
But you went and got bodies. You have bodies. This is what we're talking about with Nebraska. You have bodies, and you have some experience at that position. You have depth of numbers. If you said on the 2 deep, you can go, okay, I kind of know what we're getting here. Oh, situation 3rd and 6. We kind of know who to expect to be on the field and what they're going to do with them. I can get behind that. I look forward to finding out from linebackers in the Big Ten. You can't have a good defense in the Big Ten without really good linebacker play. Really good, not good, really good linebacker play. That's what I want to see against UTEP. Show me a Big Ten linebacker crew against UTEP. Tell me that you're going to dominate from hash mark to hash mark.
Yeah.
Because if you can't stop UTEP,
then you can't stop nobody.
There you go.
All right.
And I think, too, with the linebackers, by the way, it's been years we've been waiting to see who's going to take over for Luke Reimer and Nick Henrich. And both those guys, obviously, sickness or injuries last year. Not ideal at the time, but maybe a blessing in disguise, because it allowed John Bullock and Javen Wright, each individually, Wright was second on the team in tackles, and Bullock was 4th. So, I mean, they're, like we said, a little bit battle-tested. Yes, maybe you're looking to replace the playmaking ability of Luke Reimer, but you feel like you've got enough depth there and a body there in place in Javen Wright that already kind of starting to do that.
All right, but when we talk about V9, you know who that is, don't you? Vincent Shiver.
Yeah.
We can't afford to put him in the same place that we put Ernest Hausman in when he was a freshman. I mean, because we see what Ernest did after the season was over with. Now, if you play with a kid like Vincent Shavers, we don't want to get put back in that same boat again. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know if we should, like you say, he's not going to redshirt. So you put him on every special teams. You got to get him in some packages, though, because I don't feel like wasting the kid redshirt just to play special team is good for us.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to rotate him in. And again, they do rotate quite a bit. It is interesting. I know you always thought that Hausman probably should have got a little bit more playing time early. And that was the case. I mean, Hausman kind of stood out as like, okay, this guy's a little different than the other linebackers we have. If Shavers looks that way, looks the part, then absolutely. But of course, you got to, there's a lot that going on. I mean, you can be athletic and look differently if you don't know to get the running back out of the backfield.
Did Hausman start here?
No, we started what?
I just wanted to point that out.
2-3 games.
We're talking about Big Ten linebackers, and the North Star of recent is a good Big Ten linebacker, not a great Big Ten linebacker. If you're talking about linebacker groups, that Nebraska's linebacker group would be ranked in the top third of the Big Ten, but not the top of the Big Ten. There are no linebackers on the Nebraska roster who you would put as a preseason all Big Ten linebacker.
Right.
There's 12 linebackers before you get to Nebraska's. And I'm not saying that Buda Wright doesn't go and become all Big Ten. If he's utilized right, he's the playmaker. He's a punt block, pick six, scoop and score, high sack, high playmaker at that linebacker position. I think that could happen. Bullock has to have 50-plus tackles this year just to get in the conversation and being under consideration. And if we're asking for Gobert to be that good, we're talking about a substantial step.
Oh, yeah.
Up and forward. So just so to say that Nebraska's 6 or 7 in the Big Ten in the linebacker group, 8, that's top half, not elite.
Good defensive line to play behind, though. So that helps.
Well,
I'm not sure you would put Nebraska's defensive line in the elite category of the Big Ten. 8.
I don't know. You got to put them somewhere. They were the
6?
fourth best defense last year.
Come
Top
on,
15
Bob.
defense.
Come on, Bob.
I don't
know where it came from. It had to come from somewhere.
Well, it could be from scheme.
Taking a break, Bob.
I feel like arguing with you guys.
Preseason didn't have Nebraska's defensive line in the top 8 in the Big Ten.
All right, we will be right back. We've got a little bit more to break down with the Huskers, and obviously what's going on in Colorado and Iowa City. I've been teasing it all along. We'll get to it next year on The Captain.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for
I ain't making the rules.
GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G356093 must trade.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356. You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority. Enjoy internet-crushing prices at the back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 12th through Saturday, August 17th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location info, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Bill Bush here for Hefty Seed Company, who wants you to know about their summer meeting on Wednesday, August 21st. You know how deeply I care about ag, so I'm locked into these topics for the meeting, including input costs for the 2025 growing season, weed control, fertility, seed traits, new varieties, herbicide, and crop protection pricing, and all industry news. RSVP today, heftyseed.com/store meetings, or call 402-646-2040. It's the Hefty Agronomy Meeting at Harvest Hall at Seward County Fairground on Wednesday, August 21st from 1 to 2:30 with lunch at 12:30. Free lunch. Don't miss it.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, thank you for coming back to the fastest 2 hours of radio. Yes, sir.
Question for you.
Yes.
Yes or no? Winner has to, if you're right, I'll buy you lunch. If you're wrong, you'll buy lunch. Does Farley know the band that he's listening to currently?
Yes.
Well, the name of the band shows up in the music. You think he knows?
Yeah. Who, Bach?
He said it before. Yeah.
He said it before.
Yeah.
Does Bach know another song by this band?
No.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, never mind. I won't do that to you then.
Yeah. I know that.
No. Okay.
He ain't got that much soul in him.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to get.
He just know the music we give him.
The reason that
Play this, Bach.
I put that one on because that's I think it was called. Oh man, I'm forgetting what it was called. But when I was a kid, I got a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that song, I think of Johnny Rogers' punt return because they would play the Johnny Rogers punt return on my little cassette tape. I'd listen to like a play and then a song.
You dropped a bomb on me,
and
man.
there it goes. Yeah. So every time I hear that, I'm thinking Johnny Rogers' punt return, and I love it. So
the text line says UTEP averaged 144 yards a game last year, 83rd. If you can't stop them, buckle up for a long season. That's my point in full. That Nebraska has to be dominant both sides of the ball against UTEP in full. Like all the speculation in the world that this defense, if this defense that's supposed to be top 7 defensively in the Big Ten, top 10, top 12 defensively in the country, if it can't be dominant at home against UTEP, it'll tell us a bunch. Feel free to throw confetti if they put a smackdown on UTEP with the big boys. If the big boys are dominant, the skill position players are going to do just fine. I just got my eyes on it. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I think back to South Alabama. I think it was 2019 Nebraska preseason top 25, and it didn't look like it. And of course, it did not happen that way the rest of the season.
I just got the shivers just going back to think about that. Oh my goodness! Oh,
yeah. It's hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully that is not the feeling we see. A few different things to get around to college football. Deion Sanders, of course, no shortage of enemies, and now is adding local press, local reporters, I suppose, to that. He has called out reporters at a press conference. Specifically had a beef with CBS and apparently doesn't want to talk to CBS affiliates because of that. And then, it was kind of going back and forth with Vic Lombardi of Altitude Sports about why he doesn't like him. Sean Keeler of Denver Post ended up writing an article that said Deion Sanders, 4-8 coach, gave a 3-9 news conference. So in one way or the other, he's making enemies out of the local press. We've seen that before here in Nebraska. I don't want to say making enemies, but at some point, the local press and Kirk and Bo Pelini did not exactly get along, but that was later in his tenure. Year 2, already the local press is frustrated because they have to go to Deion and his people. It's just kind of a different setup. As we know, a lot of things that Deion does is different out there. But it's just kind of interesting. The local press, at least this weekend, seemed to have turned on Deion Sanders.
No, that's not true. If you talk to local media in Boulder, that's not it. He's great for business. It's a click and bait business. So if you tell the story, if you mention, just put his name in it, people get in the conversation. And to say that we don't understand Deion's friction with CBS, the people that fired him and shortchanged his money and took away opportunity from him.
But the CBS and CBS affiliate is different. That's like getting mad at the Channel 8 guy for something Kirk Herbstreit said.
Bach, if you were fired by CBS and they cost you and your family money, CBS National, that controls
CBS National, yeah.
Right? That controls CBS Local. You telling me you all warm and friendly with them?
I mean, there's only so many affiliates. If you get mad at CBS, ABC, and NBC, you're not going to be talking to a whole lot of local affiliates.
They took money from him and his family and then screwed him over in the process. Do we really not understand that media saying, look, I know I can come on any day and mention Deion Sanders and people are going to respond. I tend to stay away from, I've told you that. I stay away from it because it's a layup. Like it's low-hanging fruit and it has nothing to do with he told a CBS reporter he didn't want to talk to him. My goodness. Imagine honesty between coaches and media. Can you imagine that for a minute, Farley? You imagine media being held accountable by coaches and vice versa? I just want people to be honest. Like, tell the truth. And don't be a sucker to, I'm going to reel you in. I'm going to bait you in. I'm going to talk about Scott Frost. We can talk about Scott Frost every day. It has nothing to do with what we're doing football-wise, but people are going to respond to it. Mention Bo Pelini. Here they come. Oh, my goodness gracious. Why? We don't understand that? Do we have to be that gullible? I don't understand it. Let Colorado do whatever Colorado's doing. We'll see them in week 2. Until then, I'm perfectly fine with not talking about Colorado.
All right, let's go to Iowa State then. Open practice Saturday at Kinnick Stadium, and maybe they would hope that they didn't leave it open because people were taking notes, and the notes weren't very good for the quarterbacks. Brendan Sullivan, the transfer from Northwestern, outplayed Cade McNamara, who's expected to be their starter under new coordinator Tim Lester, but it's not because Sullivan had that great of a day. He was 10 of 21 for 76 yards. There's a few drops in there. But it was McNamara who specifically struggled. The 6-year senior completed just 8 of 24 passes for 20 yards, also threw a pick 6 to safety Quinn Schulte. This is from an Iowa team that was 10-4 last season, and 3 out of their 4 losses were to Penn State, Michigan, and Tennessee by a combined score of 92-0. I mean, last year's game was incredible, but that offense, that's what made it so incredible, is that offense was so bad, and it just doesn't seem like the hopes are the offense certainly isn't catching up to that Iowa defense. We'll say that at least.
Well, 90. You got to understand, Kirk fired the wrong person. He fired his son, and he wasn't the problem. So
It might be a bigger problem, huh?
You
You
better-
smiled way too big when you talked about that just now.
I think the thing with Iowa is you better have the number one defense in every category if you want to win a season, because if that's the most your offense can do and that's practice against each other, then you're in trouble.
But I mean, that's again, Nebraska had a really good defense. Iowa had a great defense, and that's what the difference was. Is Nebraska's offense was probably even a little bit better than Iowa's, not by much, but I think they both scored around 18 points, and Iowa was able to win with their game management or whatever they do and dominating defense. Got to give a lot of credit there. Was able to win 10 games, where Nebraska's obviously only able to win 5.
Better defenses, Bob. That's all it says. Better linebackers, better corners, better defensive linemen, better coach.
Yeah. Well, that defense certainly is spectacular. But again, one way or the other, if you're not going to score a point in 3 of your games, I don't care how good your defense is, you're not going to win.
No points.
No
points, Bach. No points.
All righty. We thank you for listening to the fastest 2 hours in radio. The Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket, 1040 O Street, the Mill Coffee House, Beatrice Bakery. Come check us out. And we out.
Game, you ain't got to buy a ticket. Hey, we giving you the game. It'll never be the same. The ticket is the name. Headed to the Hall of Fame. It'll never be the same.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance,